Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Mystery and horror from an episode of Inner-sanctum-mysteries. This episode, entitled Strange Passenger, was originally broadcast near the end of the run of the show, August 31st, 1952.
Inner-sanctum-mysteries. Good evening, friends. This is your host to welcome you through the creaking door into the inner sanctum. Come in. Say, how about joining our Shriek of the Month Club? We're offering free a shroud-bound copy of Die Alone and Like It. It's about an unsuccessful authoress who dies of marital illness. Yes, her husband got sick of her. However, he was thoughtful enough to bury his novelist wife in the basement. And now, at last, she's in the bestseller class. And now for tonight's gruesome little item. Oh, you better not disturb that fellow in the corner. He's our ghost of honor tonight. He died last night for lack of sleep. Now he's in for a wake. Meet John Thompson, age 29, driving a blue coupe across the George Washington Bridge, heading west.
It's kind of a close night. Heat lightning is dancing up in the sky when I come down off the bridge into Jersey. Running a mobile gas station isn't bad when things are breaking right. But the way things are, I figure I'll do better out west. I hit the highway and let her out a bit. I spot her a few miles past the bridge. She's standing there by the side of the road, out in the middle of nothing. I don't know exactly why, but I stop. Want a lift?
Thanks.
Hop in. Going far?
Not very.
Well, yell when you want me to leave you off, huh? My name's Thompson. John Thompson.
Hello, Johnny.
Yeah. Hello. What's your name?
Anne.
Where in particular are you heading for?
I don't know.
But...
I'll know when we get there.
Yeah, sure. Look, this ain't the old routine, but you look like I kind of know you from someplace.
Do I?
I don't remember from where or when, but your face... Oh, maybe it just reminds me of somebody I used to know. Don't anymore.
Maybe.
You don't remember me, huh?
Should I, Johnny?
Well, it would be kind of more sociable.
I'll try, Johnny.
We go on like that for a couple of 3 miles. Her not saying anything and me sneaking looks at her. She's pretty young and nice to have next to you, but there's this feeling that I ought to know her and don't. And I get to wondering where she's going in the middle of the night. Hey, Ann.
Yes, Johnny.
Maybe we can get some music. The knob for turning on the radio is over on your side. See it?
All right.
They got these all-night programs for people like us, you know, driving at night or jockeying a truck or sitting up with a sick friend.
Our next request number, just phoned in this minute by a young lady named Ann, well, we can't make out your last name, Ann, but anyway, Lou's going right ahead and play it for you. Lou White at the piano, playing Stardust.
plays a nice piano, huh?
Very nice.
Kind of funny, a girl with the same name as yours just phoning in to the show and we started listening to it. I mean, with the same first name.
Is it?
Yeah, well, I guess it's a coincidence.
I like Stardust.
Maybe you better try another station.
Why? I like Stardust.
Yeah, but get another station.
I'm happy with this one.
Get another station or turn the set off. I don't care which. Do what I'm telling you.
Why?
Don't ask me why. I can't take that music. It bothers me. Now, will you please?
No.
I said, will you please turn it off?
No.
Look, it's my car. It's my radio. I want you to... Oh, never mind. I'll turn it off myself.
You better watch the road. You might have an accident.
I'll turn it off myself. And I'll let go of my hand.
No. I don't want you to turn it off.
Let go. I got to keep my other hand on the wheel.
I won't let go. I want you to listen to Stardust. I like it.
But I don't. I'm warning you.
Very pretty.
All right. This is what you wanted.
You're choking me.
I told you to turn it off.
Leah, you let go of the wheel.
You wouldn't listen to me. No. No, it's too late. And... It's all black for a while, and then there were streaks of light through the blackness, and I shook my head. I was conscious again. I'd slid forward under the wheel when the car hit the tree. Pulled myself up, got out of the car. Look, it wasn't damaged bad. The bumper had taken most of the shock when we hit, and one fender was crumpled. And then I remembered. Anne. She was dead, I knew. I felt her neck give before we crashed. I swallowed hard for a couple of seconds and went back to the car. Looked in. She wasn't there. She wasn't anywhere near the car. She hadn't been thrown clear. She must be dead. Still, she wasn't there, not anywhere. I drove away. Fast. My head don't feel so good, but I stop thinking as I go through the night. I do puzzles and arithmetic, multiplication. 49 times 76, 102 times 27, so I won't think. But not thinking isn't easy when you're alone, so when I see a diner, I think that's for me. And I stop and get out. I walk over to the diner. The air's still heavy and the crickets are raising cane. I go in.
What'll it be, mister?
Job and a hamburger.
Sure. Coming up.
Yeah, it's a hot night, ain't it?
Huh? Oh, I didn't notice you sitting next to me. Yeah, it's plenty hot.
You're driving a nice car. I noticed you pulling in.
That's all right.
Here you are.
Yeah, looks good.
Say, Joe, I was wondering, you going far?
Not far enough.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. West?
Uh-huh.
How about me riding with you for a bit? My feet are getting awful tired holding me up.
Well, sure, I guess so.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I could use a bit of company for such...
Hey! Hey, you dropped your coffee.
I'm sorry. Did I get any of it on you?
No, you missed, but your hands are trembling.
Well, I'm tired. Come on, let's get out of here. Hey, that'll take care of my check.
But, hey, you ain't finished your hamburger.
I'm not hungry.
Well, you mind if I work it over?
No, of course not. Only let's get out of here.
Sure is a dark night, huh?
Hurry up, will you?
Yeah. Dark enough to hide a corpse in.
So, what did you mean back there by dark enough to hide a corpse in?
Nothing. Just an expression. Why?
It seemed like a funny thing to say.
I don't think so. Hey, you better slow down. We're going through a town.
It's deserted this hour of night.
No, it ain't. Look at that, down near the corner.
Huh? Where?
You seen her, huh? Standing under that lamppost? Pretty as a picture, ain't she? Hey, slow down, will you? Maybe she wants a lift.
You're crazy.
Well, look, she's giving us the thumb. We're gonna pass her in a minute.
And don't bother me.
Yeah, but... Hey, she's calling you. She knows you. You can't pass up a girl like that.
Will you shut up?
I don't get it. You was willing to give a hobo like me a lift, and you don't even know me. You know that
She's
girl.
not there. She can't be.
Well, you seen her.
No.
You looked where I was pointing. You heard her.
No. All right, yes, I did, but she's not real. She couldn't be.
Why?
She's dead.
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I saw her die.
Yeah?
Yeah, in an accident. 100 miles from here.
Well, and what was she doing under that lamppost?
I don't know. Maybe it was a ghost. Maybe I'm going crazy.
I seen her.
And maybe you're dead, too. And the ghost riding with me.
August 31st, 1952, Inner Sanctum Mysteries on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You ever make a change and then think, why didn't I do this years ago? Well, that's how people feel about switching to Medi-Share for their health care, especially now with inflation the way it is. People are very happy with the savings. Most families save about $500 a month when they switch. It's a huge help when prices are going up so fast in so many other areas. And Medi-Share's customer satisfaction rate is double that of health insurance. It's just a different experience, and people really like that. Medi-Share is an alternative to health insurance. It's a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills, and it's been going strong for over 25 years. It really is the gold standard, the most trusted name in healthcare sharing. Find out why people love it, find out why they rave about the customer service, and find out how good it feels to save some money right now. They're super easy to talk to. Here's the number, 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE, 833-34-BIBLE.
Inner Sanctum first aired January 7th, 1941. It would only continue for another few months. This episode from August 31st, 1952. Its last episode on CBS would be October 5th, 1952. Now more of Inner Sanctum Mysteries, August 31st, 1952.
Well, look at you. Chips off an old block of ice. Splinters from the petrified forest. Or are you always that way? Oh, you're not really frightened. Just pretending, huh? Well, then suppose you climb down off that chandelier and listen to the rest of the story about John Thompson, who took a girl for a boogie ride. John and the bum he'd picked up rode on for a while in silence. Night was closer and heavier, and John was tired.
Hey, watch it, will you?
Oh, sorry. I closed my eyes for a second.
Well, you better keep them open. It's healthier.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of pooped. It's been a long night.
That chatter about ghosts.
Yeah?
How come?
Oh, I was kidding.
You were, huh? It wouldn't be because...
How would you like to get out?
I'd like it fine. I get nervous riding with a guy who turns green when you mention corpses. Hey, watch that bridge! Hey, you nearly dunked us in that stream.
I can't keep my eyes open. What if I washed my face? Bathe my eyes with cold water?
Yeah, that's an idea.
You can stay in the car. I'll only be a couple of seconds.
Oh, I'll go along. I could use a drink.
Water looks good. Dark, peaceful. You know, you could sleep in water like that.
Yeah, sure, but you wouldn't wake up. Go on, wash.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Too swell.
Sure.
It's cold. It's good.
Uh-huh. Good for what ails you. But what does ail you, mister?
Nothing. I'm tired, that's all. It's getting sleepy. I'm better now.
Okay.
Well, let's get back to the car.
I'm walking the rest of the way.
What?
Yeah.
But
I want to get there.
there's nothing wrong with my driving.
I didn't say there was, mister. But are you sure there ain't something wrong with you?
All right. Walk. I don't need anybody to ride with me.
No, mister. You already got somebody or something riding with you.
So I walk back to the car. Get in. And I'll pay no attention. The old bum says. There's nothing wrong with me. Nothing. Start the car and drive off. Down the highway into the darkness. It's a long night. Maybe the longest night I ever lived. But it's only night someplace, west of New York, and that's all. The storm hanging overhead, never breaking. That's all.
Hello, Johnny.
It's her. Sitting right next to me. When she saw me looking at her, she smiled.
Hello, Johnny.
Oh. I didn't expect to see you again.
No, Johnny?
Oh, I left you so far behind.
Not so far behind.
Yeah, but I guess you must have got a lift on some other car, faster car than mine, huh? That's how you got ahead of me.
Way ahead of you, Johnny.
Yeah, that's the way it was. Sure. You're all right, though.
I'm all right. Very all right.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, funny, ain't it? Hey, the rain's still holding off, you know. You know, I could have sworn that it poured hours ago.
Why are you talking so much, Johnny?
Because I'm afraid, Anne.
When will we get there, Johnny?
Get where?
Where you're going?
I don't know. Why?
Because I'm going there with you.
Oh. Yeah?
What?
Nothing. Back again. That song's back again. I don't have to take it. I can't take it. She ought to sing that song. I told her I didn't like it. I'm not going to tell her again. It won't do any good. This time I'm going to play it smart and sure. She's looking straight ahead, watching the road slide under the headlights. So I choked the car. Hey!
What is it, Johnny?
Motor. Oh. There's be something wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, I better get out and see.
I'll wait here.
Sure. Get the hood up. Mm-hmm. Anne?
Yes?
Yeah, I can fix it, but will you bring me the wrench?
Where is it?
In the dashboard compartment.
All right. I've got it, Johnny.
Swell. Will you bring it to me?
Here it is, Johnny.
Thanks. Now all I have to do is... Hey. What's that behind you?
Where?
Well, turn around. You'll see.
All right.
So she turns her back to me, looks down the road we came, and I lift the heavy wrench. And I...
No!
This time I made sure. She's dead, lying on the road. But I still got to make sure she won't, even dead, be riding with me again. So I lift her up, put her back in the car. Get in myself next to her. Yeah, start the car up. I remember the stream. It's not much of a stream, but deep enough for a thin girl to lie in. That's where I go. It don't take long to get back to the stream, the bridge over it, which is where I stop. Nobody around. Only the darkness and the water flowing underneath, where Ann is going to lie. But before I let her go, I dig out my tools. Tire iron, wrenches, a jack, heavy stuff. Tie 'em to her, so she'll lie quiet under the water. When I get done.
She's heavy now. Heavier than she ever was before. But I lift her over the rail and hold her for a second in my arms, and then I let her go.
She drops, quick and not awful loud, into the water. Drops to the bottom of the stream, where maybe it'll be soft and cool for her. Well, I gotta get away from here, fast. Fast! Every time the wheel turns around, every time the valves open and close, every time the sparks fire, I'm getting further away from her. This time she isn't going to follow me.
Wendell Corey, starring in Inner-Sanctum-Mysteries, August 31st, 1952, and Strange Passenger. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thank you so much for tuning in on your favorite radio station to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Veterinary telemedicine is booming. Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Teller, president of the American Veterinary Medical Association, and I know firsthand that telehealth is a valuable tool to help provide our precious pets with the health care they need and deserve. Here are some situations where telemedicine may be an option for you and your pet. If the veterinarian has seen your pet in person in the past. If you're not sure you need to schedule an in-person visit. If your pet had surgery and needs post-operative follow-up. For skin diseases and rash rechecks. When your veterinarian needs to monitor your pet's chronic problems such as diabetes or allergies. If there are behavioral issues or training challenges. Or for hospice care. It's always good to have your session in a quiet place with good lighting. If you're not sure if you should set up a telehealth session, call your veterinarian and they'll let you know. To learn more, check out avma.org/telehealth. avma.org/telehealth.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Inner Sanctum Mysteries, August 31st, 1952, Strange Passenger.
This time she's deep under the water with irons tied to her and her head bashed in. I'd never turn around again and find her sitting next to me. I'd never hear her calling Johnny again. I'd never see her eyes or her thin body again. Clouds are pressing down now. No more moon. Thunder's purring closer like a big cat. I don't care. I'm through with her forever now. I'm so happy I could sing. La 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 dee, la 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 dee, da. Oh no. Skies are opening up. The lightning's turning off and on like God's neon sign. The thunder's pounding in my head. I go faster. Hit a curve. Take it at 60. Standing there, lit by the light, and it's... Gas pedals down to the floor. The motor's roaring like 100 horses screaming. We're pulling up the hill with rain slanting against the window pane like a million fingers tapping on my brain. The top of the hill swept by the wind, her wet dress plastered against her body. I can't take it. I can't take it much more. The car's sliding down the wet road like death on butter, and she's there all the time now. Running with the car, face plastered against the closed window next to my seat.
Johnny.
Ann, you're dead.
Am I, Johnny?
You're dead. I killed you. Don't you remember?
No, Johnny.
Back there, I hit you. I dropped you into the water. I hit you. You're dead.
Am I, Johnny?
No, not now, Ann. Please, please.
Aren't you tired, Johnny? Tired of running away? Isn't the road too long? The road away from me?
Go away. Go away, Ann.
No.
You want to drive me mad?
No, Johnny.
Then what do you want?
Just to go with you to the end of your road.
But where's that?
Why, maybe here. Maybe right here. In this town, Johnny. In this town.
Yeah. It's a town. small place, and I'm riding through it. The storm's dying out. Dying out. Yeah, and the air's clear now, fresh after the storm. And? No, she's gone. Now, the thing is, where? Oh, right up ahead. Sure. They always have one. Yeah, with a green light shining over the door. And they're always open. And there's always a sergeant half sleeping in the chair behind the desk. Hello?
Oh, what do you want?
My name is John Thompson.
All right, so your name is John Thompson. So what?
If you check, I think you'll find that I'm wanted.
Wanted? For what?
For the murder of my wife, Ann Thompson.
Huh? Hey, don't move. I got you covered.
I killed her in our apartment in New York City.
Come on. Stick your hands out.
When I killed her, the radio was on. They were playing Stardust.
How'd you like our new arrangement of Stardust? We're billing it this week as tune number 1 of the Murderer's Hot Parade. With, of course, a boogeyman beat on a new grave lane. Oh, yes. Before I stop off for a little chat with John in that one-way death cell of his, let me give you a bit of homicidal advice. Never kill your wife with the radio on. Tune in later. Well, friends, it's time once again to close that creaking door. Until next week at this same time, when we'll be back with a little hunk of horror. You'll be sure to listen, won't you? Until next week, then. Good night. Pleasant dreams.
Of the over 500 episodes of the Inner Sanctum Mysteries that were broadcast, less than 200 survive today. Inner Sanctum Mysteries, August 31st, 1952, on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, another episode of the soap opera Claudia. This episode, as it was originally broadcast August 31st, 1948.
And now, Claudia.
Oh, it's so nice to be home a morning for a change.
Nice to have you home, Mrs. Norton.
Wasn't it sweet of Mr. Varney not to call me for rehearsal this morning?
Mm-hmm.
I can spend it until lunchtime with you and the baby.
Now, that's a fine song for a budding actress to sing.
Well, I was a budding wife and mother first.
Oh.
It's nice being an actress for a change, but it's nice not being an actress for a change, too. If you know what I mean.
Yes, anything for a change.
I think I'll come over and breathe down the back of your neck. For a change.
That's what you think. Get away from me.
But this is your vacation.
What's that got to do with it?
You don't have to always be doing something. Sit still. Let me breathe down the back of your neck.
Are you sure you don't have rehearsal this morning?
Positive? You have no chance of getting rid of me? None at all.
No, I was afraid of that.
David, what is it about being an actress?
What is what?
Well, I mean, is it a bug?
Well, that's one way of describing it. The bug certainly bites an awful lot of people. I guess at one time or another, every person wants to go on the stage.
You too? Oh, I don't believe it.
Oh, I'm not so different.
I think you are very different. I think you're unique.
Then hark. Hark. When I was 7, the bug bit me.
No.
But I didn't get much of a welt from it. The itch subsided rapidly.
No scars?
Not a one.
Well, why didn't the welt subside with me?
Oh, because being an actress is your calling.
I hear it calling me.
I hear it calling you.
I think we should have been a vaudeville team.
I'm perfectly satisfied with being an architect and a father.
And a gentleman. I wonder if Mama ever got bit.
She was the hand that fed you, wasn't she?
Oh, David, honestly. You know, I thought I was so different wanting to be an actress.
Well, don't fool yourself.
Or maybe I'm not different. Or maybe I'm not an actress.
Well, go study your part. That's proof of the pudding.
I'm on a vacation this morning with you.
As Benjamin Franklin would have said, all work and no play makes poor Richard a dull fellow.
Oh, phooey on work and phooey on dull Richard. I'd rather go play with the baby.
Do you want him to be ashamed of you next Monday night?
Next Monday night. Next Monday night? Is it that soon?
Certainly is.
Only 6 more days till we open?
Count them.
I'll never be good enough in 6 more days.
Well, that's too bad.
David, are you getting nervous about it?
Not a bit.
Not at all? Not a little bit?
I'm not the one who's getting up on that stage. Why should I be nervous?
Well, you're related to me.
Only by marriage.
Oh, I better work. But it's such a beautiful day out. And you're not nervous. Just look at it. The sun all over the place.
Why don't you rehearse outside?
That's an idea. David, listen, you're not going to stay inside in this weather, are you?
All right, I'll come with you.
And as long as you're coming with me, you might as well cue me.
Well, I had hoped to get some of my own work done this morning.
Just a half hour? Half hour. So
All right. For the family honor, to preserve the dignity of the Naughton name, I will cue you.
Good. I'm ever so grateful.
Kiss the hand.
No fooling. You should have been the actor in this family, David. Come on, let's go out. Come on.
You know your whole part by heart?
I most certainly do. Just wait and see. Oh, anybody could act in this weather. Makes me feel marvelous.
All right, now let's get down to business.
There's our friend the Crow.
Willie the Crow.
Good morning, sir. David, look, he sat down in that big oak tree. He's going to watch.
He's waiting for the performance.
Oh, I don't want to work at all. I just want to have a little vacation with you. You're awfully sweet this morning.
I am not sweet, and later don't say I didn't warn you. You can't have your cake and eat it too, you know.
You're my cake. Come here, I'll bite off your ear.
Get away from me.
Delicious.
Think of your son, Mrs. Naughton. How embarrassed he'll be if you're not a fine, splendid actress on next Monday night.
You're so right. All right, come on. Begin, commence, start.
Which act?
Oh, let's see. Well, let's do the second act. I have a great, big, beautiful speech in the second act. It's almost a whole page long.
Let's see. Here we
Very
are.
hard.
Here we are now. Here's your cue. Now, Anne, tell me all about it.
I wish you were the leading man.
That is not the speech.
Still wish you were the leading man. The leading man at the theater has no character, no umph, no chin.
That is still not your speech.
So it isn't. Give me my cue again now.
All right, here goes. Now, Anne, tell me all about it.
Let's see. I'll tell you all about it. And Guy,
Please.
Now, please don't interrupt me. There is something I've been wanting to tell you for a long, long time.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
When we...
No, wait, don't tell me now. When we met last night, I knew that nothing in the world could ever stop me from loving you. I love everything about you. I love the way you walk, the way you light a cigarette. Or when you get angry, your lips turn white. The way you whisper my name. I don't care what happens to me or to anything else, because wherever I am or wherever you are, there'll always be this. I love you. Oh, David, I really do.
Oh, that was pretty good. Yep.
Oh, Mr. Tucker, we didn't know you were there.
Good morning.
I interrupted a little love scene, did I? Well, don't mind me. Go right on.
Well, I was only pretending.
Pretending, huh? You can't pull wool over these eyes. Nope, they see too bright.
Well, you don't...
The way you look at that husband of yours, Mrs. Naughton, you ain't pretending.
Well, I guess you were pretty convincing, darling.
Especially in the love scene. They're such fun to do.
Pretty words, they was. Took me back to when I last went courting. About 10 years ago.
But I can't go around letting Mr. Tucker think I make love to you with the crow watching.
Speak up. Can't stand folks that whisper.
Mr. Tucker, David and I were just rehearsing a scene from the play I'm appearing in at the Eastbrook Summer Theater, you know.
You an actress?
Well, that's what we're going to find out next Monday.
You don't look like no actress to me.
That's good.
Next Monday, hey? Well, that sure is news. Never thought you'd be wanting to take up with them there summer theater folks that hang up around here when the corn is high.
Well, it was something of a shock.
Well, as long as you don't mind who you associate with, Jared Tucker ain't going to mind. Here, I brung you over some of my corn.
Well, that's mighty thoughtful of you, Mr. Tucker.
I grow a special line of white corn regular on the cob as a set of false teeth.
Sounds lovely.
So I brung some over to you. Put your corn to shame, it will.
I don't doubt it.
I love corn.
It'll stand you in good stead if you're going to be involved in theatricals, Mrs. Norton. Actor folks say all think they're killers. Set themselves apart from everybody else. Come up here for the summer for 2 months and walk around as if they owned the place. I never could see them.
Well, they're not as bad as they seem.
Come down to Eastbrook in shorts. Ladies all showing off as much as they dare show off. Ain't got so much to show off, neither, as far as I can see. And I can see pretty far. And the men actors, well, they might be actors, but I ain't so sure about the rest.
I don't hold it against Claudia, Mr. Tucker. She's still a country girl at heart.
Why, that bunch of professionals, I could teach them a few tricks, I could.
Do you go to the theater often?
I should say I don't. Pay my good money to see a couple people pretending to be what they ain't. I don't hold with that stuff, I don't. I can do my own pretending and do it pretty good, too.
David, the bug bit him, too.
A big welt, I'll bet.
As a matter of fact, I used to be quite a hand at recitations when I was a lad. Folks used to say around this here part of the country, they used to say, Jared Tucker has a golden tongue.
Really?
And you know gold is gold, and the older it gets, the golder it gets. Its value don't fluctuate. Yes, I can still recite if I had a mind to.
Oh, I'd love to hear you.
Oh.
Don't coax me. If you coax me, it won't do it.
Oh, we wouldn't dream of coaxing you, but we'd love to have a sample of your art, Mr. Tucker.
Oh, I used to stand up with a bow tie around my neck and recite, The Boy Stood on the Burning Deck.
Oh?
Tears used to flow down my mother's wrinkles.
Yes, I'll bet they did.
What other recitations did you do?
Oh, I couldn't begin to count them. Love sonnets. Guess they was my meat most. Love sonnets. You're always best at what you know the most about.
Come on, Mr. Tucker. Please give us a sample.
Oh, don't know I'm in such good voice this morning. Well, guess you would kind of like to see how I've improved with age.
Good. Come.
Not that I'm old, mind you.
No, far from it.
Far from it.
How would you like a small portion from the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner?
Oh, I love that poem.
Well, then hold on to your seats, 'cause it's a mighty sad tale. Yes, sir. The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge in 7 parts.
Let's sit down, David.
I think we'd better.
Don't know as I remember all 7 parts, but the taste is as good as a tipple. Part 1, verse 1. It is an ancient mariner, and he stoppeth one of 3. By thy long grey beard and glittering eye, now wherefore stopp'st thou me? Me. Let me see. Guess I got a couple verses here. Oh, yes. Well, this is the part I always like best. Day after day, we stuck, no breath nor motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. Water, everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water, everywhere, nor any drop to drink.
So that's where that line came from. Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink.
Guess could stand a couple of drops now.
Well, Mr. Tucker, there's no doubt about it, but you have real talent for the theater.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I always knew I had ever since I was a toddling lad.
Hmm?
I got half a mind to brush up on a few of my recitations. Man with a hoe, the boy stood on the burning deck. Yep, maybe we'll.
Good.
Then we can gather a few folks around one evening, and I'll do my recitation.
Well, you be sure and invite us,
Please.
Yep, I could teach them actors a few things. So if you need some help with your acting, Mrs. Norton, don't be shy. Just call me over. Remember, I'm your neighbor, and we neighbors got to help each other.
That's a good motto.
And it's the truth. I help you, and you help me.
But I doubt if there's anything I could ever do to help you, Mr. Tucker.
Well, come to think of it, there might be. I've been ruminating. Might find me a spot in that there theatrical of yours.
Mr. Tucker, there's always room for a handsome leading man.
And Mrs. Norton, now perhaps you'll believe my recitation. Everybody wants to go on the stage.
Oh, David, I guess I'm not so different after all. The theater bug bites us all. I guess Mr. Tucker and I are bitten brothers under the skin.
Oh, I can play love scenes, too. I'm right good at love scenes.
Do you find housework more tiring in warm weather? Then give yourself a recess occasionally. Go to the refrigerator, get out an ice-cold bottle of Coca-Cola. You'll find its delicious refreshment helps you tackle the next job more amiably. Take a tip from folks who work in factories and offices. They've long since discovered that you work better when you work refreshed.
Say, you ever been bitten by the bug, Mr. King?
Bitten by the bug? Why, I sure have, I guess, Mr. Tucker. Way back in my mind someplace, I guess I still fancy myself as an actor.
Well, between you and me, son, we frustrated Thespians got it way over them professionals. They don't know nothing about the art of pretending. You got to do a heap more pretending in real life than in any theatricals.
Well, I think you have something there, Mr. Tucker.
Why, tomorrow, when Mrs. Norton gets interviewed to the local weekly, she puts on a show that would get her raves on Broadway. Yep.
Well, I'll be around tomorrow to see for myself. Thanks for the tip, Mr. Tucker, and so long.
Oh, so long, Mr. King. See you in the pictures.
Every day, Monday through Friday, Claudia comes to you transcribed with the best wishes of your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola. So listen again tomorrow at the same time. And now this is Joe King saying au revoir.
Such a sweet quarter hour, spending it with Claudia and David. This episode was from August 31st, 1948, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We thank you for making us a part of your day. Would you do me a favor? And would you thank this radio station and support their advertisers? It is their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be here each and every time we roll around, bringing you free radio here on your favorite radio station. Now, if you miss a day of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, you don't have to miss a single show. All of our shows are available through my webpage, classicradio.stream. That is classicradio.stream. At classicradio.stream, you can stream our shows on demand. You can find links to all of the social media sites that we operate. You can also find information on the podcast sites where our shows are available for download, and you can contact me there. And even better, if you like what we do and would like to help us expand our collection of great classic radio theater shows to present to you here, you can buy me a coffee. And I promise you, we will spend that money to get you more great classic radio shows for presentation here on your favorite station. That webpage again, classicradio.stream. And please, tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.